So let's talk a bit about industry growth and key drivers. So looking at the market today, in 2025, based on some analytics from GSMA, the global IoT market should be in between $1.1 trillion, and that is excluding equipment. We're talking about 25.2 billion connections compared to 6.3 billion in 2016. This is talking about all sectors on IoT, but in the industrial sector and the logistics sector account for half of these connections. So then we think, wow, incredible. So we have a lot of demand there. And when we look into this analysis, and I could refer here, for example, Gartner or IoT Analytics, which work very hard in bringing this analysis to us, help us to comprehend what is the current demand out there and what kind of solutions we can bring to the market together as well. So we're talking about multiple benefits here, right? It's about tracking and analyzing stock, optimizing storage, managing a particular truck or vehicle in real time. That is also, if we put in a subcategory, improve driver assignment and process compliance, increase delivery time accuracy, keep drivers and goods safe, and most importantly, enhance the customer experience in between all this, right? So one company that we can bring into this analysis that all of us may know very well is DHL, right? So DHL have an IoT solution today called Smart Trucking that they do this process really well, and bring this part of analytics and back to the company and say, okay, now we look at this data, we can always be improving our processing and our customer experience, right? So we're talking about monitoring shipping integrity, monitoring the supply chain, that is track travel in real time, see the location of a particular shipment, and keep an eye on the supply from end to end, right? So now let's go to our next topic and see each of some of these benefits in detail. So we're talking about reducing theft and loss, more in the indoor warehouse management, right? That is also open a little point there. Let's think about dwell time, right? So most customers that I talk to today, they're either losing equipment, losing shipment or supplies, or either they're not moving it. So that means that they have that shelf material there for so long, which could be occupied for something else that could be oxygenating the flow of that particular warehouse. So inside Tago, we can apply that logic, combine it with Lansitec, and build a very specific solution to bring this out to the market. By doing that, we will have much more time to work on other things, such as improving delivery accuracy, minimizing downtime, and extending equipment lifespan. Because I'm always going to have, and now talking extending equipment lifespan, we're talking about now in tracking equipment, let's say forklifts or trucks, and predictive maintenance, right? Detect sudden stops, detect the driver behavior towards, like, if it's tired, or if it had a sudden stop, or it's exceeding speed, and take action right away, right? And create a routine so eventually the application can do that for you. So what is the application of actionable data, right? So when we think about that, first of all, what we need is the data, right? we need the devices that can bring us the data and the insights that will help us to understand where are the flaws and where we can automate and streamline the process, reducing potentially the equipment loss or theft, or optimizing the trajectory of a particular vehicle, building a routine calendar in which you can streamline multiple vehicles on a fleet and have an optimized process on it. Having user-friendly interfaces, we're talking here about interfaces that not only your logistics customer will have, but also their employees, right? So something that the truck driver could access, he could receive notifications, or even the company that is receiving this material. Like we can imagine, for example, a box plot case in which we could track a particular truck, just throwing out there an example, right? And then we have some sensors inside that truck that is capturing temperature and humidity variables. So how do you guarantee that you're shipping a good from one place to another, and that particular good have not exceeded or being below the temperature that was recommended? If we're talking about vaccines, if we're talking about food, if we're talking about meat or livestock, all that, when we look at it, we monitor. But it's not just about monitoring. It's about guaranteeing that that shipment is going to be safe from beginning to end, right? And then so guaranteeing the delivery and with an efficient and this company will now be data driven, right?